it's more the money. And I was like making a film, and I remembered making the first one. Maybe I did. I'm pretty sure I did. And then I was considering meow, Elisa. Yeah, her name doesn't matter really, but and how she stalked me. It was like a romantic comedy. And then I was like, kind of like spiritually had sex with her or something, and then she like cuddled me spiritually or psychically, or she cuddled me in spirit all night. I was waking up thinking intense thoughts about how these things about her, because she's like a pole dancer and a sex worker. Apparently this woman, I'm not sure to this day if this woman said this or not, but she said she's not a prostitute. She's just a sex worker, but she's not a prostitute. She's a cam girl, and she's a really good pole dancer. She's a pole dancer. She's from Ukraine, and she escaped Ukraine. I talked to her like 4 years ago or something. I said to her like, "What are you doing yourself?" She's like, "I'm in Ukraine. I got to get out of here." She's pretty young, and I said, "Why don't you study dance in Australia?" And so she's come here, and then somehow we've met online again, which is doing her shows, and she stalked me eventually a couple months later in person. She must have tried in the most hilarious way sometimes. But she must have tried like 5, 6 times to talk to me, but I never talked to her. And then she said goodbye, and I haven't seen her since. But I sense her, you know, not just sexually either, but I sense her sometimes. I mean, it seems like she's got a lot of lust for me. I feel that. She lusts after me. But it's confusing kind of lust because I've done a lot of talking to her, but she's basically said one thing to me that she'll disappoint me. She goes, "I'll disappoint you. I'm only going to disappoint you." I think she said, "I'm only going to disappoint you." And I'm like, well, Elisa, like, you know, like, I'm not the most non-disappointing person ever, you know. I'm not always exciting and like brilliant non-stop, am I? Like, I'm not at all. I've done disappointing things on a daily basis to myself, and for the world. But I try my best, right? We can't all be like superheroes non-stop, like. It's not really about how impressive you are, or money, or fame, or achievements, or anything really. Not really when it comes down to it. There's a lot more that. And with Elisa, I feel like I don't know what it is about her or why, or anything. Sometimes I don't know anything really. Sometimes not necessarily. I don't know anything necessarily. Sometimes. And sometimes I just wonder to myself, will she ever come back into my life? And I guess that's what the short film was about. And it's confusing for me to like for the attraction all the time, coming and going. You know, like it's not always just me attraction from me. It's to me, and it's normal, right? For most people that are reasonably attractive in some way. I'm not like saying that everybody's got the same deal, But there's attraction non-stop from people. It's just a normal part of life. But with Elisa, it's strange when I met her, and strange when I first saw her online on video. And I didn't feel sexual. I didn't feel like this is a sexual thing for me. And she was naked, but I really didn't feel that. I felt a click in my head. Like a click in my head, like something clicked in my head where I was like, oh yeah, like something's ringing a bell here, like deja vu, like something I fucking coming through my brain here, like, and I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then I'm trying to make music, and art, and like trying to like be an artist, and it's like I'm broke, can't work at the moment. I'm just performing on the streets. You know, having interactions with men and women and children and girls and boys and all this shit going on. And I think this old grandpa kind of dude was trying to like be sexual with me and gave me $50. This other guy gave me a whole beer, and then tried to dance to the grandma. It's all really weird sometimes. And this native girl was like pretty much sitting on my lap and playing my guitar, and like there's all kinds of shit going on every time I leave the house. I'm like, it's like wizard shit sometimes, and then it's like FBI shit, or CIA, or like, this guy pulled up on the side of the road with in a Land Cruiser, like a new late model Land Cruiser, with like on the window, on the driver's side window, it said, "Do not open this door," in big letters, and he's trying to get out, and I don't know what happened. They got out. I think he said something to me, but I don't remember. It's like I was hypnotized not to like know what happened there or something. I don't know. And there's been stranger things than that. I don't really want to even talk about it. But yeah, Lisa's on my mind pretty much all day. And it's like, I don't know if I'll ever see her again. I haven't been with anyone for like over a decade, romantically or anything. By choice, most kind of. I did make a conscious decision to like wait for the spirit of it all to like make a decision for me and take control of me and give me the chance to be ready for someone so when they come into my life they're not harmed by the shit that's fucking with me. And it's like my neighbours, it's like people online, it's like people on the street. I've got prostitutes and cops and like famous musicians and like random homeless people and like all this shit coming at me all the time because apparently I'm getting popularity and with my music as an artist and this, that and the other, and people coming at me, and my life's dangerous enough to some degree. It's worrying in various levels of worry constantly with some things, but then again there's been really interesting, really funny things, really hilariously funny things, like absolutely insanely funny things. And also, for instance, the spirit god taught me how to make sculptures. I've never actually seen sculptures in real life, like at that level of purity and realism, and it was like when I was making these sculptures once in a while, like there was one day in particular I was in my underpants, I think I was in red underpants actually, like superhero underpants, and I'm in the garden with a hose in my head, and I'm making this world for myself. The sculptures I was making were like next stage of sculpting, like whereas like it was found objects, but it was like the way it was happening for me, it was like magic, and it's not like a drug-induced magic. I was completely sober as far as I know, besides cigarettes. I don't take drugs hardly ever. I smoke weed occasionally and maybe a beer, but I've never been into hard drugs, never done that shit. And these sculptures were like intensely like magical to the point where it's like this is like high level sorcery, and the only explanation is it's the spirit of the oneness of it all, the God of it all, that has to be coming through me to some kind of intense degree where it's not possible to do these things consciously to this level of intense magic, to create objects and sceneries and like realism, which is honestly sorcery. And I don't think it's possible for the human normal mind, even with drugs or not. Because with drugs it gets dark, it gets like, it's always like misaligned, kind of like darkness and evil demon shit. People always like Satanism and demons and shit. That's not sorcery necessarily. That's just one part of the human mind, which is a negative side, which is a negative force, and I don't align with that. I align with like childhood and childish kind of like love for life, like dancing in the sun, naked in the sun. Like that's not dark to me. That's like a beautiful thing, like to be free, non-oppressed, non-oppressive sexuality, non-oppressive emotions, oppressive friendships, non-violence. You know, like sorcery doesn't have to be like a dangerous, horrible, dark, destructive thing to me. And this sculpture, as I was being the medium for, coming through me at that time, we're at a level of like godlike sculpture, which is beyond any marble sculpture I've ever seen, worth millions of dollars. There's mean nothing to me compared to what I was making with pieces of found objects. I don't think anyone's going to understand that completely.